Dandelions. Are they the pesky weeds that you just can't get rid of? Or are you one of the many pesky humans who keeps trying to get rid of one of our Creator's most wondrous gifts? Welcome to Womenfolk Revival, where we are deeply rooted and wildly intentional. I'm Maggie.
And I'm Meara. And today we're getting off that porch into the yard, or at least Maggie's yard anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maggie, what is your yard looking like this year? Because I know mine's a no-go with all of the spraying that the rental company has decided to do to our yard. So we've
Yes.
moved everything into baskets, containers, and grow bags. Actually, we had grow bags last year. So even if you don't own your own land, or if you do, you can still grow your own medicine. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
It just looks a little differently depending on where you're planted.
Sure.
So before we get any further into things, on a quick note, remember this is all for educational purposes and we're just sharing what we've learned and what we're using in our own homes.
And
So
always do
we're not
your own
diagnosing
information and make
your research. Hmm.
make your best informed decisions. And let me
Yes.
just say that it's okay if you're one of those people that have been getting rid of your dandelions,
I'm the
because
pesky
Meara
one.
used to be one of those people.
Psh, I used to spray them. They were terrible, or so I thought. But they're not. So let's talk about what is growing right now and what you're seeing
Hmm.
pop up this season.
Yes.
Um, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So in my yard, and let me just say for reference sake, my husband and I kill our grass. We lay down tarps and cardboard in big sections at a time. And once everything is dead, we take it away and then we just see what grows. And it's always it's always something new and it's something wonderful. So right now in our yard, we have white clover, we have red clover, we have dandelion, we have chickweed, hairy bittercress, purple dead nettle. I also have some comfrey popping up. I have jewelweed popping up, which I thought it was way too early for jewelweed, but I've got a
Hmm.
huge patch of grass where jewelweed is starting to come up already. I've seen cleavers and yarrow. The flowers
Okay.
aren't out, but the leaves are, just like the comfrey. And all of these things are available right now. They're not all edible. The majority of them are. Um, but they're all medicinal.
Yeah. A lot of these are also worldwide, not just
Mm-hmm.
local in your state. Let's dive a little bit deeper into a few of these. So, for example, the purple dead nettle. What do they look like and what can it be used for? I know last year I made a poultice using that with dandelion for joint pain. I
Yep.
also pulled it up and tossed it a few years ago, but Maggie helped me realize that you helped me realize that this was medicinal.
Hmm. And purple dead nettle is great for seasonal allergies.
Hmm.
That's how I use it. Um, if you do suffer from allergies, goldenrod is another one. It's not up yet. It should start coming up here soon. Um, and you're probably thinking goldenrod causes hay fever. It does not. It just blooms around the same time as ragweed, and ragweed
That's
causes
the
hay
cause.
fever. Goldenrod can help you through that.
Back to purple dead nettle.
Back to purple dead nettle. So it is, I think, at most maybe 4 or 5 inches high. It's got a square stem because it's part of the mint family. It is not true nettle, just called dead nettle.
And it's purple.
And it's purple and it is everywhere. It's got little purple flowers on it. It is similar to henbit, so just don't go
Hmm.
out and pick something without knowing what it is because henbit is bad for you.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, typically, and when you're driving like in the country and you see farmland and you just see this like field of purple, that's
Hmm.
generally all purple dead nettle.
Purple dead nettle.
Yes. So you can always go if you have permission to go up and check out some of these. Don't use it from farmland because, they spray chemicals on crops and it won't be any good for you.
And where else?
Um,
You were telling me earlier not to pick anything from the roadside as
Along the
well, right?
roadsides. Yeah.
Why not?
And any land that you're not sure if they spray or not.
Mhm.
It's always be safe
Cautious.
than sorry. Yeah.
What's with the roadside? Is it just because of the backsplash from, the cars and the
Yeah,
trucks and all of
and
that,
oil
or
leaks and there's all kinds of pollutants that come. And even,
Mhm.
the road itself is, garbage.
Pretty nasty?
Yeah.
They are with all those potholes here in Ohio.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, what it's made from,
Right.
especially when,
No, I get it.
they're laying it down and those poor people that have to do
Mhm.
that and all the health complications that. So just stay away from roadsides, stay away from, crop fields and
Mhm.
and like I said, any place where you're unsure if they spray or not.
But you can still obviously go and find them and see what they're about and stuff like that. Try to identify
Yes.
them.
Yes, you
So,
can.
what's going on with Mullein? How do you say that?
No,
Mullein?
mullein.
Okay. I know that they're tall and they have
I know.
fuzzy leaves.
Okay, so mullein is a biennial, so it's it's around for 2 years. It'll start out as a rosette on the ground. And then the second year, it'll grow into these tall, beautiful stalks.
Oh, so it takes 2 years
And
for them to grow.
yes, it
It's
does.
not like it dies in the first year and then comes
Nope.
back? Is that what a biennial means? What
Yes,
did you say, biennial?
biennial. Yep.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
And mullein is very cool. I don't know enough about it yet. There's
Mhm,
so many herbs. And the coolest thing about herbs is that they do so many different things.
mhm.
And, if you put it into your body in a, safe manner or use it however it's meant to be used, it will know what to do. It'll go into your body and it will fix what needs to be fixed. These are these are miraculous medicines and they're God-given and we should know them and we should be using them. Pharmaceutical drugs, they come in and they might cure a problem that you're having, but then they're going to create 15 more problems. Herbs don't do that. They'll come in and they'll fix the problem and then they might be like, this is happening, so let's go ahead and take care of this too before it becomes an issue for you. They're amazing. So
Yeah.
mullein, you can actually use, you can smoke it kind of like a smudge stick, and you waft that smoke into your face. You don't smoke it, Meara. We
That's
had this conversation earlier,
Oh, well, you never know.
and
People
you
try
just
anything these days.
yeah, and you just kind of waft it, kind of how you would use tobacco medicinally in that way. And it's great for
I
all kinds of respiratory issues.
It is. I do know that it's great for soothing the lungs and for chest support.
Mhm,
Quick note, when you use it as a tea, you wanna strain it very well because it does
mhm.
have those really tiny hairs that can irritate your throat. I do know that. And I
Yeah.
have heard it be called the cowboy toilet paper, but I couldn't remember why, so I had to look it up real quick, and it said it's called cowboy toilet paper because its large, soft, and fuzzy leaves provide a convenient, natural, and
Huge.
available alternative for
Yes.
hygiene in the American West.
Yes, huge leaves, and they're so soft and
So they
lovely.
so they use it like toilet paper then?
Sure, I know hikers use it. I do know that some people do get irritated by the hairs. Um,
Oh.
I wouldn't use it if you just have to go number 1. A little a little urine is not gonna hurt you. There's actually doctors out there. There's one, I forget his name, but he's part of the doctors group, and he actually speaks about, I think it's called urinology, where urine can be used in a medicinal way where you don't have to drink it. You can drink it, but you don't have to. You can kind of just put it on your skin. You let it set for a while because it's filled with stem cells and all kinds of goodness.
Where are we
So
going with
anyway,
this? No.
so don't use Mullein for toilet paper for number one, but I would say if you're in a situation, then go ahead and use it for, you know, number two. It's very soft, very lovely.
Or just find some water nearby and wash. But yeah, with that, okay. So moving
Well,
on to
you can bury
dandelion.
the leaf, Mira. You don't want to put your fecal matter in a creek or stream. You can bury the leaf when you're done with
No,
it. Keep
well,
it
I
all
didn't say
safe
all
and
that.
sanitary.
You can poo in a hole and then get some water and wash your bottom.
Sure, just make sure you have that water go into the hole and don't release it into the stream.
Maggie, who's pooping in a never mind. Anyways, we're moving on to dandelion. Such a
People are
weird image.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, gotta give him that.
People are crazy.
Dandelion is a multitasker.
Oh,
The roots
yes.
can be roasted for leaves, and then Maggie's absolute favorite. You are like the dandelion queen with the salads and
You can do everything with
mhm,
dandelion. Oh my goodness. And it's so good for
multitasker.
so many things. So many things. And it's so
Mhm,
safe. So all
it
parts of the
is.
dandelion can be used, the flower, the stem, the leaves, the root.
Mhm,
Um, it can all be used. In fact, the root, not only can you make a tea from it, and you can make a tea from the leaves and the flowers as well. You can also make jelly from dandelions. I've seen that before.
mhm. Honey infusions.
But you can also use the root to make a coffee substitute, kind of how you would use chicory, which I think has a closer to coffee taste than dandelion,
Hmm,
but still good. Um, Dandelion is the king of herbs, in my opinion, just like frankincense is the king of oils.
okay.
It's it's for everything. It's for everything. And yes, it's so versatile and it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So let's just talk a little bit about the nutrition of dandelions because this
Mhm,
is big. So vitamin A, extremely high in vitamin A, one of the highest wild greens of with vitamin A. It's high in vitamin C. It's very high in vitamin K.
hmm.
There's also vitamin E, and of course, then you have some of your minerals. Calcium, very high.
Oh, wow.
Iron is high. Potassium is high. Magnesium. This plant is full, and these are some of the most important vitamins and minerals that our
Yeah,
bodies need.
they are.
And dandelions have them.
Mhm,
Not to mention all the things that they will help. They aid in digestion, they're diuretic.
mhm.
Um, they can help. You can make salves with it for pain,
Liver support.
like extensive pain too. Yes, liver support.
Mhm.
They do everything that if you look at your life right now, any ailments that you have, I promise you, if you start eating dandelion, excuse me, my goodness, I need some dandelion.
Or maybe a sip of water.
If you start eating dandelion and drinking dandelion tea and
Mhm.
using the root is very, very medicinal. Your health will be impacted so much and you will just start feeling so much better just from dandelion alone.
Sounds like black seed. Black seed's
Oh
very
yeah.
nutritional as well.
Yep.
Yeah, dandelions are all over the place. Even after they sprayed our yard, my husband's like, "They're not gonna pop up." They're popping up. My kids, like, you guys used to eat yours. I remember last year, my kids started eating
We
them
still
because
do.
when you guys came over, you introduced us to eating the dandelion, and then my kids
Mhm.
just didn't stop, and, so it's all over the place. Um,
I there's no way to get rid of them. Okay? our creator wants you to have them.
Mhm.
He's gonna make sure that you get them. Man cannot stop it, okay? Man does not trump our creator. Man
Right.
does not want you to have them because, obviously, if we're sick, then they make more money off of us.
Mhm.
This is free medicine and
It
free
is.
nutrition.
It is.
It's some of the most powerful medicine.
It really is, and there's a lot you can do with them.
Mhm.
Let's move on to chickweed and violet, the gentle giants.
Yes. Chickweed is all over my yard, and it's fantastic. It's just this carpet of it's just so lovely. It has these little white flowers on it,
Hmm.
and it's edible as well. You could make an entire salad out of chickweed if you wanted, although you could add some dandelion leaves and dandelion flowers. You could add violet flowers to your salad. And then, a little off topic here, but one of Meara's favorites, not really, hairy bittercress. You can
Oh,
also
Lord.
add to your salads. It's a very airy and wispy
It's pretty.
plant and flower. It is. And it's
It's
got a
pretty.
peppery taste,
Mhm.
similar to arugula. So if you like arugula, then you would
Mhm.
like hairy bittercress.
You're teaching
Well,
me
see,
so
there you
many things
go.
because I didn't know half of this. I knew a lot of it, like the support with the medicinal side, but I didn't know, like, all these things you could do. So when you're sitting there talking about adding all these things into a salad, my mind instantly goes to weed salad. What kind of dressing can I put on this? And that hairy bittercress, the hairy piece, Lord, that's gonna turn somebody off. But,
Whatever
you know,
whatever kind of dressing you want, Mira.
I'll mix it in with the regular salad that I get from the farmer's market, and I still
Sure.
use ranch. I'm learning how to make it, but, ugh, ranch,
Oh my goodness,
so
that's all I use is ranch.
ranch. See? We're not a million percent we're crunchy, but I still like my ranch, and I gotta get away
Mhm.
gotta get from
And
that.
and let me just say, um, you're sitting here and talking about how I know so much about all this stuff. I
Mhm.
know very little. That's how much there is to know about these herbs. That's just how miraculous they are. I mean,
Yeah,
it's mind-blowing.
yeah. So the violets are good for the lymphatic support, and chickweed
Yes.
is really good for your skin.
Yes.
Mhm.
Aside from having so many minerals and vitamins in them as well. Violets are very fun. I'm very very familiar with them. I have made a violet honey. I've made
That's what
syrup
you
from
did.
violets.
Is that what you did last 2 years ago when you showed me and the whole thing was turning purple? What was that
Yes,
you were making?
that was violet
Is
syrup.
that yeah,
Yep.
I
And
remember
then
you doing that, that's so cool.
I ended up using that in my batter to make pancakes.
I
And then I
remember
put
that.
the syrup on top of the pancakes, and I had little violet flowers on them as well, and it
So
was
cute.
lovely. It tasted so good. Violets are very sweet. You can
Your
make
kids
a
helped you,
lemonade with violets. Yes, they did.
didn't they? That sounds like a
Yep.
really fun project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My kids are we have taught them to if they see, when the dandelions go to seed, they will
Mhm.
run and charge at them and spread them. And we do. Anytime they go to seed, we spread them because we just want more and more.
Want 'em all over.
And they help me
Yeah.
forage. They'll help me pick violets and
Mhm.
dandelions and,
Yeah,
purple dead nettle.
you always send me pictures of what you get, and they're so
Mhm.
fun to watch. The kids look so excited when you send those to me.
Yeah.
Funny story, about 3, 4 years? No. Gosh, we've really reconnected that long ago? No, 3 years ago. Yeah, so, okay, 4 or 5 years ago, before Maggie and I reconnected, I didn't even
Mhm.
realize that those white fuzzy seeds blowing all over the place were left over from dandelions. I thought it was a
Really?
whole separate weed. So the things you learn in such a short period of time, and you look back and you go, "Man, was that silly." I didn't have a clue, but some people who aren't even crunchy or who are like us know that. I just for some reason, I guess I don't know why I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
fun
Yeah,
fact
they
of the
do
day.
that, and so thistle field well, I guess all thistles, they will do that too. They'll get that fluffy white,
Mhm.
So thistle is edible too and medicinal, and those have thorny leaves on them. And where I love them, they're beautiful. I detest them because if you step on one of those leaves, oh my goodness, I'm always barefoot,
Mhm.
and
Oh, yeah.
it is painful. But they're beautiful flowers, and they're good for you, and they're good for the environment. So I let them grow.
Yeah. Being barefoot is painful. You and I are both barefoot. I've been barefoot my whole life. I used to walk up to the store and have my friend go in, my childhood friend, and get me some snacks because I never wore shoes to the store. And then
My
Maggie comes along, and here we are, you're driving to my house barefoot. I said, "You wear shoes?" You said, "No." I said, "Oh my god, you're my soul sister." I don't wear shoes either.
my man, my dad has gotten on me my entire life. "Go put shoes on, go put shoes on." I'll be
Mhm.
helping him, build the deck or building something. "Go put shoes on, you're gonna step on a nail."
Mhm.
I've stepped on a nail once, and I was much older, and it was on a drunken night in a field with horses, and I never got tetanus, by the way. I just poured some whiskey on it, and it was fine. I've gotten stung by bees maybe 5 times in my life.
Last year I
Go
got one.
barefoot, it's so good for you. And no, I don't drive with shoes on either because I need to feel
I
the
don't either.
pedal, and my dad
Mhm.
particularly gets on me for that because it's unsafe and it's a law to wear shoes or whatever. Well, law or not, we're all safer if Maggie doesn't have shoes on while she's driving, so I'm not gonna wear shoes.
Meg, you can't drive without shoes on, no. So real quick, let's touch on yarrow and comfrey. I do want to say that ground ivy is also considered a herb, but like you said, it's one of the
Mhm.
less known herbs. It's traditionally used from
Yes.
a congestion or ear infection, and it spreads really low
Yeah.
to the ground. And then the
But
yarrow and
grow it because
comfrey,
it's beautiful.
it is.
Yes.
Yarrow and comfrey, the first aid hitters. Yarrow is
Yes.
amazing. I put it on my, at your discretion, I put it on my children if it's not near their face. And even for adults, you don't want to put it in your face area because, it's like a powder, and if it gets in your lungs, it can upset your lungs.
You I'm frozen here. Were you frozen? Just me? Okay.
I was not.
So Yarrow, yeah, you
Mhm,
dry the leaves and you make it's called a septic powder, from it. But it's phenomenal, and
mhm.
I've close to saved somebody's life with Yarrow before.
I remember that.
And it stops blood instantly, and that, I think,
Mhm,
was our creator intervening because this woman was a neighbor of mine, and we did not know each other very well, but she called me up and she sliced the tips off of her fingers and wanted to know if I could come down, and when I got there, I don't wanna say too much because it's pretty gruesome, but her fingertips were like fountains, and she was on blood thinners because she had just had surgery, and I'm thinking, "My goodness, you should go to the hospital." And she's like, "No, I trust you." And, so I put Yarrow on her fingers, and it's extremely painful, but it stops the bleeding instantly. It was
mhm,
instant, and I wasn't even that familiar with I knew what Yarrow did, but I wasn't that familiar with it, and I had never used it in that capacity before,
mhm,
but it stopped the bleeding, and she left it on, and her fingers healed underneath of it. It kind of turned into a scab. It's also antiseptic and, antimicrobial,
mhm.
and, you can barely tell anything happened. The Yarrow came off when her finger was healed and done. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
I remember when you were telling me that story, you're like, "I really didn't know what I was doing. I just kept throwing it on there and the bleeding stopped."
Did.
It was scary for you. I remember.
It did.
Um,
And comfrey. Comfrey is wonderful too, also called
it
knit
is.
bone. It will regrow bones and it'll heal wounds exceptionally fast. Now, one thing to know about comfrey is do not put it on a you don't want to put it on a fresh wound.
Mhm,
Um, it is so fast at healing that if there is an infection, you could actually heal over the infection. So
mhm,
use something like yarrow or aloe. So many herbs you can use for something in that sense. But then once you know it's clean and it's good and it's starting to heal, throw
mhm.
comfrey on there and it'll be gone in no time. You will so they tell you not to eat comfrey. I will say that people have been eating it for thousands and thousands of years, but
Mm,
everyone will warn you not to eat it. I'm not
mhm.
telling you to eat it. I'm not telling you not to eat it. I'm just telling you that it has been ingested and you can make capsules of it as well, but know what you're doing first. Do your research and,
Yeah, with that
do an
with
herb school.
yeah, for sure. So the most important part is don't guess. If you are 100% sure,
Mhm.
if you're not 100% sure of what you're picking, leave it alone. There's
Yes.
tools like Picture This or Seek are amazing. Is there one in
Mhm.
particular that you use?
I use Picture This.
Okay, yeah, they're like a botanist in your pocket pretty much.
Mhm.
Or you can grab like a field guide, like
Yeah,
the
I've
old
got
school
lots of
approach.
books. Yep.
Okay, so notice the patterns too. Patterns are really important. Square stems
Mhm.
often mean mid-family. Learning the patterns will help you identify plants pretty much anywhere you go. So from
Yeah.
Maggie's yard to your own backyard or your balcony. So here's your challenge for this week. Go outside and find one plant you usually ignore. Take a picture, identify it, and learn one thing about it.
Mhm.
Um, and then see how that changes your space. Even a single step like that can change your space, whether
Yeah,
it's sprawling a yard or balcony with pots or a container garden. Um, your roots are deep when your intention is wild. So
I like it.
remember that also this is all for educational purposes. We are
Mhm.
just sharing what works for us. It might not work for you, and this is definitely not medical advice.
No.
Always check with a qualified professional before you try something new.
But absolutely go out and eat a dandelion.
Try it
We all know what
and
dandelions are. Eat
let
it.
us know what you think on our Facebook page or our
Yeah.
Facebook community page because I am interested. That hairy
Mhm.
bittercress, I want to know what you guys think of that.
It's good.
And thank you for being a part of this revival. Keep your
Yes.
rhythm steady, your heart intentional, and your roots wherever you are planted. Until then,
Stay rooted and stay wild.
stay wild.
Hey, it's Meara. I'm popping back in because we got so caught up in the excitement of that last episode. I just wanted to make sure that I'm being responsible. So please don't head out and try these herbs without checking with your doctor first, especially if you're on a blood thinner. Even just one dose can change how your body handles your medication. And remember, if you can't identify the plant with 100% certainty, don't pick it. Stay safe.